welcome inside the Washington Monument. At this point, you're free to take the pictures, any pictures that you like. Step on in. I did just send the elevator up, so it's going to be another minute or two as we wait for it to come back down. Yeah, step on in. If y'all notice, to get inside the monument, you had to come through a hallway that's about 15 feet long. That's because the walls down here are 15 feet thick, solid stone. So it does get narrower as you go up to the top until at the very top, the 500-foot level where you're going, that's only about 18 inches up there of stone in between you and the outside. Down here, the walls are really, really thick. That's to support the weight of all of the stone and 36,000 blocks of marble pressing down on us down here. If you're looking closely at the marble, you can tell that the edges are kind of rough and uneven, right? Mm-hmm. That's because these stones are from the first part of construction in 1848. So these blocks were all carved by hand. It was just hammer and chisel they used to carve these blocks. They came from a quarry out in Maryland. Another thing you'll notice if you're looking closely at the marble is graffiti. We got some initials. We got the name Burnett. Initials JF here. The year 1860. A lot of this graffiti was left by soldiers during the Civil War. So, like I said, construction started in 1848. It ended pretty soon thereafter because they ran out of money. And so for most of the 1850s and 60s, the building was like abandoned and incomplete. So soldiers could just wander in here and like doodle something into the wall. That's why they're so picky about like nail clippers and tweezers and everything out there. It's because they don't want you bringing that in and doing it yourself here. So if you step around the corner a little bit, you can see the biggest piece of graffiti over here. This is by a Union cavalry officer. His name was Daniel Hickey. He left this, his name, the year 1861, and also this portrait. It's a little bit hard to tell, right? Is it supposed to be like a self-portrait of Hickey, or is it supposed to look like George Washington? I don't know. Like to me, it kind of does, but it could go either way. This guy, Hickey, he didn't survive the war, unfortunately. He ended up in Andersonville prison camp down in Georgia and passed away there. But the monument did. The federal government took over the project in 1876 and finished building the thing. If y'all notice the color change outside, that's what this is about. When the Army Corps of Engineers came back to the project, the original marble, this stone, had come from a quarry outside of Baltimore, but that had gone out of business. So they had to find a new place to source the stone. They thought they had gotten a good match for the color, but actually, it turns out over the years that two stones have weathered differently, and we can really tell now they're very different. Let me see, how much more time do we got here? Elevator's still on its way down. If y'all want to follow me over this way, you're going to be entering on the far side of the elevator. There's also a statue of George Washington over here if you're curious about that. And let me know if you have any questions, but if not, it should just be another minute or two.
How tall is this building?
555 feet. And you're going to the 500-foot level. That's at the so you're going to be at that level where the pyramid
little
starts.
windows.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's where you're going. Do I have to go around to the other side to let the people exiting out? All right, thank you.
Right here with me. You guys can. Sabon yang nagawa. He's gonna show you what's
Hello. On behalf of the National Park Service, I would like to welcome you to the Washington Monument. This elevator is taking you up 500 feet to the observation level. The monument is actually 555 feet, 5 1/8 inches tall, and at the time of its completion in 1884, that height made it the world's tallest structure. That didn't last too long, however, because just 5 years later, in 1889, the Eiffel Tower was completed, which is nearly twice as tall as this. But since this has to be the world's tallest something, the Washington Monument has been determined to be the world's tallest freestanding stone structure, meaning there is no steel support inside. It's just stone upon stone, held together by gravity, and everyone holding their breaths. It's pretty impressive. When you get to the top, take your time looking out of the windows. When you're ready to go back down, walk down one flight of steps to the 490-foot level. If you are not able to take stairs, feel free to take the elevator. On the 490-foot level, you will find a small museum that will give you more information on the construction of the monument, and it is where you will get on the elevator to go back down to the ground. Enjoy your visit.
Hi.
So guys, the best place to start is the window that's not busy.
Okay, we'll go to this window then. Holy shit.
This is it. Look at that. See, you don't get this.
We're gonna go around.
Let's go look at this window again.
Like he said, the one that's the empty window, we just move around. Oh, it's been raining on this side.
And tell us what's on the east side.
Oh, there's a Jefferson Memorial.
I see it.
Where?
Down there, it's straight down.
Oh, that one?
I know.
Let's go to the next window.
ISO's turned up.
What did they say was down the steps?
That's how you get back down.
No.
No, they say you go to the floor, to the 490 foot, and then there's an elevator down there that takes you down.
Oh.
You didn't listen?
No, I guess I didn't.
Mom!
It's south.
Mom, there's an airplane taking off.
Is there?
Come on, girl.
You see it, Eliana? Just take him out.
Right by the Jefferson Memorial.
Okay.
I guess we're walking to Martin Luther King. It's probably a mile. Oh, we want to go away. We have to go to Lincoln because then. No, I said when I'm going to Lincoln, remember? I'm going to Lincoln.
Oh, if we're walking that way, might as well. Oh, there's a lot more down here.
Did that happen?
Sure did. I get struck by lightning a lot.
and you will be able to see some of the over 190 commemorative stones that line the interior of the monument from top to bottom. Each stone has a story. These stones come from everywhere. Every state donated one, as do numerous countries, cities, societies, colleges, Masonic lodges, and military units, all to showcase the strength and breadth of Washington's legacy. Pretty much anyone and everyone who wanted to honor General Washington did so. One person who didn't understand the point of the commemorative stones was Peter Force. A former mayor of Washington, D.C., Force donated a stone that merely said his name, Peter Force. Afterwards, the Monument Commission enacted a requirement. Individuals were not allowed to give stones because no one is bigger than General Washington. Commemorative stones became part of the construction as soon as they arrived. After the cities of Baltimore and New York donated massive stones, a requirement was sent out that the stones had to be a smaller, uniform size in order to fit into the monument. Here you may notice a change in the monument from smooth machine-cut stones to rough hand-carved blocks. Transition a clear example of the passage of time as we travel back through history to the first phase of construction. Stones were required to be made from native materials. You'll see a lot of marble, limestone, and granite, but there are some unique stones as well. Arizona's is made of petrified wood, Hawaii's is coral, Alaska's is jade, and Wisconsin's is cheese. Not really. Isn't it nice to think so? Thank you for visiting the Washington Monument.
That's funny. It was nothing last night.
That's pretty cool.
Zero. Alright. We made it.
Nice.
Exits out this way. Just want to step over here. Just go through the door to your left.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, right here.
That's it. That was by far the coolest thing that we did all day.
I thought they had pictures of Oh,
It's still raining out here. Look at it, how big it is. We were up there by the